In this lesson, we're going to review the concept of solving equations. Let me give you a really helpful tool for you just to start us off. If you're given answer choices, what you want to do is plug in each answer and solve the problem using the order of operations. Here's an example for you. Which value makes the equation true? Here we're given an equation and 4 values that we want to know which one is the value for m. So let's just go ahead and plug the numbers in. I like to call it plug and chug. So -6 times -2 plus 13. If we were to do the math here, -6 times -2 is 12, plus 13 is going to equal 25. We're looking for a number that gives us an answer of 1. So therefore, A is not the correct answer. Let's go ahead and do B. -6 times 2 plus 13 equals, well, -6 times 2 is -12 plus 13 is 1. Therefore, that is going to be our correct answer because it matches up with the top one. Let's go ahead and look at the other ones just to show you how they're not correct. -6 times 1 plus 13. -6 times 1 is -6 plus 13 is 7, which is not correct. And then our last one, -6 times -1 plus 13. Let's see what that equals. So we have 6 plus 13 gives us 19, which is not correct because we want an answer of 1. That's a really great tool to help you answer equations that have multiple choice answers. Now, I have a chart here that I'm actually not going to do. What I want to review with you is the concept of when solving equations, we're going to be doing the inverse operation. The inverse operation of addition is going to be subtraction, and vice versa. So if you have subtraction, the opposite operation is addition, and addition, subtraction. When you have multiplication, the opposite operation is going to be division, and vice versa. Go ahead and remember that. That's going to be very helpful to answer these equations. So I'm actually going to bump down here, and I'm going to take a look at a couple of these problems, and then you can fill out the other ones. The first question here, number 1, says, what value of x makes the equation true? So you notice that you're given 4 answer choices, so you could use the method that we just reviewed. I'm going to actually show you how to solve the equation. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put a circle, or I'm going to box my variable. That is what I'm solving for. I also like to normally, I like to just draw a line down for my equal sign. This line divides the left side of my equation by the right side of my equation, just so I know that I have to balance my equation to solve it. Then I'm going to ask myself, what number do I want to eliminate? I have a -4 and I have a +7 next to the x. Whatever's standing right next to the x, that's being multiplied by it, I don't want to deal with that number first. I want to get rid of the number that's being added or subtracted. I like to think of it as doing PEMDAS backwards. So I'm going to do +7. To eliminate +7, I have to do its opposite operation. So I'm going to subtract 7. I can't just subtract 7 from the left. If I do it on the left, I have to also do it on the right. I'm going to draw an equal sign. Now I'm going to do the math. -4x, well, I'm not adding or subtracting anything to it, so I'm just going to rewrite it as -4x. +7 minus 7, well, that's going to give me 0, so I've eliminated that. 51 minus 7 gives me 44. You can see that I haven't finished solving the problem because I still have an x there, but I'm getting closer because I've eliminated the +7. Let's go ahead and circle the variable, and now I want to ask myself, -4 and x. The operation that is happening between those two numbers is multiplication. So I have to do the opposite operation. So I'm going to divide that side by -4 so that I can eliminate the -4. Whatever I do to one side, I also have to do to the other. On the left side, my -4 and my -4 are going to cancel out, and I'm going to be left all with x. 44 divided by -4 is going to be -11. And that is the answer to my problem. Now, there's a little note right up here, and it says, let me pull it down here. It says, once you get an answer, substitute it back into the equation and make sure you're right. This is a really helpful tool to make sure that your equation is correct. What that means is this. I'm just going to go ahead and show my work right down here. I'm going to substitute my negative 11 into the problem. So I'm going to say negative 4 times negative 11 plus 7 equals 51. And I'm just going to check it to make sure that it works. Negative 4 times negative 11 is going to give me 44. Plus 7 equals 51. And 44 plus 7 does indeed end up equaling 51. So that means that I did my problem correctly. That's a really helpful tool to help you get these answers correct. All right, go ahead and take a moment and try the rest of these problems. I will encourage you on number 3, you're going to be eliminating what's on the bottom of your fraction first. And then in number 4, you're going to be eliminating the positive 9 first. Hopefully that'll help you answer these problems.